everybody, it's Christine. It is day 17 of 30 Days of Sketches with Christy's Beautiful Life Series 12. Today's sketch was created by Corey Mace, and I believe it looks like she's scrappin_shopaholic. I do not know if that's on Instagram or YouTube or both, but I'm sure you could find it on one of those. And what she's got going on is it looks like it might be 3 pictures, and then she's got like these little triangle-y pieces coming out and mixed media with a big old title. So what I've done, as usual, I'm tweaking this a tad because I don't typically take a lot of like landscape pictures. I guess because I use my phone all the time. But I have these pictures of my daughter. So I did shrink 2 of them. And I have this one. So I'm going to kind of do it like this. This was her first day of 12th grade. So she was a senior in high school. You can't see it. I have another picture. You can see it, but I don't want to hurt her feelings too bad. She had had knee surgery. So she has a ginormous brace on her knee there. But she looked pretty anyway, right? So this is going to be my photos. And the paper I have here is this Photo Play Showers and Flowers. And it came in the March 2023 Scrap Room Flavors of the Month. But I like it because I can see, you know, the opportunity here to use these papers. So I'll be right back.
Okay, gang, I'm going to try to get this voiceover done before my husband comes inside. So what I've done here is I've got my papers picked out, and I've turned the first one on the side here at the proper angle to make this little triangle. And it's real big, y'all. I kind of caused myself some trouble on the second layer, and I'll show you that in just a minute. This one I was able to kind of figure out. And the cool part is that the little triangle I cut off on that one little first cut there was the right size for my base, or I felt like it was the right size. The only thing I'll note here is I end up with just 3 layers of pattern paper versus the 4 the sketch kind of shows. I don't know if it's just my measurings or whatever, but I just felt like it was going to get too small on the top. So I stuck with the 3 layers, and I kind of love it, if I'm honest. The 4th paper I had picked out had a lot more pattern as well, and I just kind of go, you know what, I like this better anyway, so I stick with 3 layers. So here's my next little layer here, and I'm going to cut away in just a minute because you can kind of tell after I do this, I'm going to show you the second process I had to do, because the first process you just saw me use was my little cutter, and this one gets tricky here because I can't figure out how to get it in the cutter and it work. So I'm going to end up just using scissors here. So I think, you know, I was just really struggling. I couldn't get it because I don't know why. The first one I was able to get and figure it out, and this one I go, well, I can't figure you out. I think it's because I really didn't want to cut too much of the bottom part off. The first one I didn't have much, and I knew it was kind of the right size triangle, but this one I was like, I don't really want to do that. So I pull out my scissors, y'all. I just use my scissors, and I just cut up along the side of the blue paper as the guide, and that works just fine. And I do essentially the same exact thing with the 3rd layer, so I'll cut that part out so you don't have to sit there and worry about it. And so what I've got at this point is I've layered my little corners. I have mounted my photos, by the way. I had those little patterns there. I used the little, it was like a little plaid. I think y'all might have seen that in the intro. And I went ahead and decided to do the mixed media. At first I wasn't sure I was going to, but I thought, no, the white always looks so pretty on this blue. So I went ahead and pulled out my Mr. Huey's and my little paintbrush, and I just did little sprinkles. And then I've got my photos here, and I really enjoy how this turns out. I know the sketch showed like a little horizontally looking one, but I kind of like this tall one on here. And then I've got my 2 at an angle. I do decide to put my 2 photos up on foam, and I'll do that. And honestly, I think I put the sticker down that's the title, which is Bloom. And that's all I do this morning. I had to kind of go. So I kind of ran out of time this day, but I'm going to step away. And honestly, I get back and I start looking at it and I go, gosh, there's not much left to do. I do add a little more embellishments than the sketch really implies. You'll see that in just a second. I just add, because the sticker sheet just had like cute little, you know, flowers. And I thought about bees, but that really didn't make any sense to me, so I didn't do that. And I realized my mat was a little too big here. So the mat, well, for some reason, I was trying to keep the pictures. So because it had like a little plaidish pattern on it, I was trying to make sure the pictures kind of fell in between the right kind of lines. So it was a little bit tricky, and I ended up with a little mat. It was a little too big, and I had to fix that. So again, I'm just kind of organizing things and making them look right. This layout did not take me much time at all once I got my little triangles glued down there. And, I mean, the video itself is only like 7 minutes, right? Because it was like I put my pictures down there. I slap a couple of these stickers down here. And there wasn't much else to do, y'all. It was kind of easy. I did have to run off because I wanted to have the word senior. I looked for various different little fonts, and I do end up with one. I believe it was from a Hip Kit Club. I don't remember now. I'm sorry I put the package away if it was actually a Pink Fresh or something like that. But it was definitely from a Hip Kit Club, and it had 2019 on. I remember that. There's the packaging right there. So if this flips over in a second, you'll see what it's from. There it is. No, I think it is Pink Fresh. It's Pink Fresh. But it's white with this pretty little gold foiling on it. And I thought this was perfect because, like I said, this was her first day of her 12th grade year. So she was a senior. So I'll just spell that out right here. And then after I do that, I'm going to look at it and think, okay, you do need a few little somethings because first off, I had that whole sticker sheet to use. And I had a few little dead spaces that I wanted to fill in. And so luckily this sticker sheet actually had some pretty little florals on it. So I'm going to find a little floral that I'm going to put to the left of senior. And then, I don't know if I put the other little floral. I have a teeny little floral oh, there's a cat hair on there, y'all. I have to get that off. It's bugging me. So I stick my little floral down there. By the way, Saturn is all up in it today. She just had to be petted. She just had to. Y'all can't see that here. She's really all in my business. Right now, she's got her head shoved onto my hand. I do like these little seed, or what do you call these? They're like little... you put them in gardens to let you know if it's tomatoes or cucumbers or whatever. And on this, it just says plant smiles, grow laughter, harvest love. And I thought those were real cute. So I do put the middle one up on foam because it has a blue edging. And when I laid it on the blue, it was kind of hard to see. Plus, it just creates a nice little extra dimension right there. So that goes up there. I'm going to find another little floral for the right-hand side of the senior. There's that one. I'm going to pull the sun off and put that at the very top. I create almost... these embellishment clusters really weren't on the sketch, y'all, but I just thought they were pretty. And then in the lower left of the picture, or the big picture, I'm going to end up with a little butterfly and a couple of flowers. I start with the flower first, and then I see that little butterfly, and I think, oh, I need to put that butterfly on there. And I didn't like the flower like that, so I had to organize it just a tad differently. But then I'm going to put these other two little flowers down there, and then that is all I'm going to do. So, yeah, this layout didn't take me very long at all. I had to split it up because there's a couple different days here, but that's all I did, y'all. Isn't that cute? So thank you so much for watching. Make sure you check out the playlist. There's tons of folks playing along. Instagram at Scrapping Hardin. And we will see you tomorrow. Bye.